The oscillation of a simple pendulum with period t depends on the following quantities. This is proportional on the following quantities. 1. The mass of the pendulum bob, the length of the string, the gravitational field, gravitational intensity. Derive the equation relating them. So the first step, we're going to change the proportionality sign, and we're going to put an equality sign. The next step, we're going to assign powers. We're going to assign powers to the values, the variables. So we have one variable here, y, z. You could use any of the alphabet. Any one is acceptable. Now k is a constant and it is not a variable. So in dimension, we consider it as dimensionless. The next step, we're going to see how we can find the dimension for the variables, which the variables is m, l, g. So the dimension for mass is capital M. The dimension for length is L. The dimension for g is L t minus 2. G is an acceleration due to gravity. And if you can recall, acceleration due to gravity, its SI unit is meter per second square. Meter is in length, seconds is t, and it has a per second square, which is minus 2. Now, the next step, after assigning dimension, we now equate the powers to the assigned dimension, which is the next step. So we have t is equal to m raised to power m lg, capital M, m, l, and lt minus 2. Now, we do what we said earlier by assigning the powers to them. So on assigning the powers, we get this raised to power x, raised to power y, and this one is raised to power z. Now we open the brackets. So on opening the bracket, this is what we get. T equals to m power x, l power y, and this z, l is going to be l power z, and this 2 is going to be t minus 2z. Now, if you are observant, we have l. Now, since there's a multiplication sign standing in between them, just permit me to put the multiplication sign so that it will be more clearer. Since there's a multiplication sign that goes in between them like this, multiplication sign, you know that the L is common among the numbers, among the values. So we're going to add the powers of L, and by doing that, we're going to arrive at this m raised to power x, and the L is going to be y plus z, okay, and t still remain minus 2z, minus 2z. Now, since we've done adding a power, we should not forget that this is t that is equal to this. Now, The next step is we're going to equate the right hand side to the right hand side to the left hand side. And here what we have here is the left hand side, and here is the right hand side. Now, for the right hand side, t is equal to 1, and here t is equals to minus 2z. For the left hand side, and L is equal to 0, and L is equals to y plus z. And as for the left hand side also, we have m is equal to 0, and m here is equal to x. We are done equating them. On the left hand side, t is 1, t is this. Left hand side, L is 0, L is y plus z, the powers. And for here, m is 0, and here m is equal to s. Let's consider this, the first one. On considering this, we know that taking m as a case study, we just cancel out this. We're going to cancel out this. We're cancelling this out, and we now have 0 is equals to x. We are done finding that of x. Now we also look at this now. We cancel the two powers. We're going to know that 0 is equal to y plus z. Y plus z. And we just want to make, we are just going to allow it here. We're going to come back to it. Let's consider that of t. We cancel the powers of t. We're going to have t is equals to, we're going to have, since we've cancelled the t, we're going to have 1 equal to minus 2z. Okay, now we want to make z to stand alone. We divide through by minus 2, and on dividing, we get this, that z become minus 1 over 2. Now you recall, z is now minus 1 over 2. Since z is minus 1 over 2, we get back to this equation. We say 0 is equals to y plus bracket z is minus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2. Then we have to now open the bracket. 0 is equal to y plus times minus is going to give us a minus sign, minus 1 over 2. So we could now take the negative 1 over 2 to the left hand side, and crossing the equality sign becomes positive 1 over 2 is equals to y. Now we've gotten the value for y. We've gotten the value for y as y is equals to half, and x is equal to 0, and we also have our z is equal to negative 1 over 2. Now we're going to proceed to the next step, and the next step we're going to take these values and bring them back to the powers that was first squared here. And on doing that, we're going to have this. Let me clear up some space. So you can recall, this was what we got, and t is equal to k. We can see exempt k, which is a constant, and go ahead with the values. And we now have m as x is what, 0, and L, y is half, and g becomes a negative half. We're going to apply some rules of indices here, and on doing that, we know that we have a k, and m raised to 0 becomes 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by, we're going to know that when it's a root sign, we're going to have a square root like this, square root of L. These symbols signify a square root multiplied by, when we will have something that's, you could recall in indices, a raised to power minus 1 is going to give us 1 all over a. So when we have g raised to power minus 1 over 2, it's going to give us 1 all over g raised to power half. Cool. So these principles we're going to be using it to apply here. On applying that, we're going to have this times 1 all over root g. Remember, the root, the 1.5 is the root. So we further simplify the equation, and we know that T is equal to K times 1 is K multiplied by, now we're going to have multiplied by root L over root G. You should remember, root L multiplied by 1 is going to give us root L. So it's going to be divided by G. Now we're going to factorize this. And on factorizing this, we're going to have T is equal to K root L over G. Okay, we open this, we'll further get this back. But don't forget that K is equal to 2 pi. So we're going to have T is equal to 2 pi root L over G. Thank you. This is how to derive equation. Hope this lesson is helpful. And if it is, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll be dropping more and more of this content. This basically is going to be dealing with Ijmb, Jupeb, and it's going to be helpful for you as a student. Thank you very much. Also, if you have something to say about the video, you can drop comment section. Thank you very much. God bless you.